All right, what's going on, you guys? Nick here with Nick Strength and Power. So I wasn't even going to make a video about this, but I got so many messages sending me a link to the autopsy, I figured I'd make an obligatory video. So Rich Piana's autopsy was in fact released. Basically, to me, it seems pretty uneventful because the cause of death and the manner of death were both listed as undetermined. So we still don't really know what caused Rich Piana's death even after the autopsy is released. Now, in the autopsy, it does list several different symptoms that Rich Piana exhibited prior to his death, but it doesn't really attribute any of these symptoms to actually causing him to die. So really, the autopsy to me is pretty uneventful. So really, if you go down the list of findings, to me, it's really nothing that I don't think anyone didn't really expect. Number one would be cardiomegaly, which is an enlarged heart. I don't think anybody was really surprised at that. Obviously, Rich Piana was a 300-plus pound bodybuilder at some point, so I don't think anyone was really surprised that the size of his heart was larger than normal. He had mild atherosclerosis, fatty liver, some kidney problems, congested thyroid. Some interesting things in here with a brain tissue thing. So ischemic brain tissue, so basically brain tissue that had lost blood supply, and also necrotic brain tissue, which would be dead brain cells. So I don't think the two of these are really necessarily mutually exclusive. I think one could have been a cause of the other. If he did have a heart attack or something, whatever the real cause of his death was, that could have caused the loss of blood supply to the brain, which would have resulted in dead cells. So I think those two, like I said, aren't mutually exclusive. And I guess apparently there were also some notes in there about some micro abscesses in his lungs, some pleural inflammation. So it definitely seems to me like everything listed in here is pretty innocuous. I mean, Rich Piana was a 46-year-old man, so aside from all the steroid use and additional recreational drug use, I would say none of these findings are really anything surprising for any man at the age of 46, let alone a 300-pound bodybuilder at the age of 46. So I think this kind of does rule out some things like foul play. A lot of people were suspecting there could have been potential foul play involved. This, to me, suggests that there was none of that. Most of these findings to me just look like side effects of the lifestyle that Rich Piana lived, nothing really out of the usual for me. And I want to take this opportunity to remind everybody, we still have not seen the Dallas McCarver autopsy report yet. So that's something I'm looking forward to seeing, because if you guys remember, Rich Piana passed away on August 25th. Dallas McCarver passed away on August 22nd, 3 days prior. So I think it's interesting that we have not yet seen Dallas McCarver's autopsy, but we have seen Rich Piana's, despite the fact that Rich died actually 3 days later than Dallas. So I think Dallas McCarver's is going to be the important one, and that's going to be the one that a lot of people should be more interested in, because I would think the findings on that one would be significantly more surprising and really more important to the fan base of bodybuilding, because we got a lot of guys in their 20s that follow bodybuilding and probably want to be like Dallas McCarver. You probably had a lot of guys following Rich Piana, but not as many guys really aspiring to be Rich Piana. So Dallas McCarver was a guy that a lot of people looked up to. So I think the real cause of death, whatever that may or may not be, is important to get out there, whether or not he really did choke on his food. If that's the case, I think it's important to put that out there. If that's not the case, I think it's important to put that out there as well. So that's about it, guys. Let me know in the comment section below what you guys think about Rich Piana's autopsy report and what you think about the findings and results listed therein. Thank you guys for watching the video. Please give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Nick Strength and Power, signing out.